Hey everyone, welcome to New Hampshire Knits. I am Rebecca, your host. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It has been like 4 months since my last episode. It's just one of those things where I'm like trying to get an episode out, but I'm just too busy or the house is not conducive to a recording. So I haven't been able to, but I have been knitting up a storm and doing a bit of shopping. So since I spoke to you last, I have 5, technically I have 7 FOs, but I only have 5 here. I have a bunch of acquisitions and I have a few whips, but nothing crazy. I did frog something. Also, I hope that my microphone is working. Sorry if that was noisy. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, well, hopefully that works and doesn't drive everyone crazy. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I still haven't quite got the hang of where to put the microphone. It's very floppy. But anyway, I digress. Let's get going because I have a lot to talk about and I do actually have to go to work today. So first things first, what I'm wearing. This is my Anchor Tee by Petite Knit. I knit this last year out of Valley Yarns, Northampton, I believe, which is a merino. Oh shoot, I meant to grab my phone so I could look things up. Hold on, I'm gonna get a glimpse of my bathroom. Okay. Okay. Ugh. So everything is on Ravelry. I do try to make note of all of the yarns. I haven't always been the best about taking notes, so apologies there. But I will put the link to my Ravelry project page below and let you know. Oh, it's not on here. Well, I have an FO with the same yarn. Oh my God, already a disaster over here. Oh, Valley Yarns Charlemont. Huh, and this is the colorway Dusk, and it is a merino, silk, and polyamide blend. I love this yarn. I made another project that I'm going to show you in a minute with this yarn. It's really drapey, it's really soft. I've been wearing it in the warm weather and it's great. So anyway, so that's what I'm wearing. On to FOs. So the last time we spoke, I was working on the Simple and Simple sweater by Pernille Larsen of Knitting for Olive, and I finished it. This was also Valley Yarns in Southampton, Cloudy Sky, which is their mohair silk blend, and the Valley Yarns Superwash DK, which is a merino, just in red. And I finished it. Whoops. Ta-da! It's not much to look at when I hold it up. There is a photo on Ravelry. I'll show you here of me wearing it. apologize that I don't like editing these videos and putting the picture in here or here. I used to a long time ago, and quite honestly, I've gotten lazy. So I really struggled with the color choice for this. So the Superwash DK is red and the Mohair Silk is gray. And when I decided to do it, in my head, I thought this gray was darker. And it was, so when I did the swatch and it wasn't so dark, I was kind of, And I asked around and a lot of people seemed to like the color combo, so I stuck with it. I still feel a little weird about it. Oh, my chair's swiveling. I still feel a little weird about it, but I get complimented on it all the time when I wear it. My only complaint, and it has nothing to do with the pattern or the yarn, is just I think I should have sized down. It's supposed to be a very oversized sweater, and it's got like a little bit of a bubble sleeve, which I really love, but I definitely should have sized down. If you have been around my channel for a long time, you probably noticed that I've lost a bit of weight, and sometimes I forget, or I do the math for my size with the ease and I'm like, that can't be right, and I go up a size. I think I did that with this sweater. I should not have done that with this sweater. So it's very big, but I do wear it around like a sweatshirt. It's super comfy. I love it. And it was a great, simple raglan sweater. And I really do love the puff sleeve. Let me see if I can zoom in on this picture. Hold on. That is the cuff and the sleeve. I love that. It's so comfy. So anyway, that was my first FO. Then I don't have this to show because I sent it off. But I did another Monday suit for a friend. This is by Petite Knit. And what was this? It was, oh, I'm looking right at it. Sanisgarn Baby Wool Lynette in the color Petrol. And that is a merino. It's funny because I find in the US people are often hesitant to put wool on babies, and but over in Europe and particularly Scandinavian countries, that's what you do. And so I knit this up. I was a little unsure. The yarn, I've made one of these before in a different color with the same yarn, and it's not the softest when you're knitting it, but as soon as you block it and it blooms, it is so nice. And the Monday suit is such a cute baby pattern. And I don't have a picture of the baby wearing it available at the moment, but so cute. So I love that. I'll show you again. The Monday suit. It's like a dark bluey green, the petrol color. Petrol, whatever. And then my next FO. Oh, there go my dogs. Sorry. I probably showed it like a year ago, and then I put it in timeout, and it was the Pressed Flowers pullover by Amy Christoffers. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Pressed Flowers. It's super popular. I also did the shawl a few years back. Okay, let me just show it to you because it's really pretty. The finished object is beautiful. So that's the Pressed Flowers pullover. I did end up giving it to my mom. She really liked it, and for some reason I just wasn't wearing it a lot, so I gave it to my mom. I don't know if she'll actually wear it. We'll see. I can always take it back if I want it, but I did that in, again, Valley Yarns. You're going to hear a lot of Valley Yarns. I love Valley Yarns. That is the yarn.com or Webs brand, and it's really good yarn at a really good price, and that is my go-to most of the time. Also, I go to their anniversary tent sale every May and buy a ton of it. Okay, I've done that like 2 years in a row, but that is my plan to do that every year. So I buy a ton of it and get ridiculous discounts on it. And I have acquisitions to show you, and there's more Valley yarns coming. But anyway, it's Valley Yarn Superwash DK in light gray and wild rose. Again, nothing wrong with this pattern. It's all me. I don't like mosaic knitting. And I knew this from doing the shawl. I hated doing the shawl. I actually didn't even, I made it shorter. I didn't do the border where in the shawl pattern, you've got the flowers going across, and then at the bottom they get closer and closer together so it looks like they're falling. I didn't do that part because I was so sick of the mosaic knitting. I don't know what possessed me to make this pullover, but I did. So last year I started it and I put it on in timeout because I just was sick of it. And it was really funny because when I took it out of timeout to finish it a couple months ago, I was really close to being done. And I don't know why I did that, but whatever. I finished it. I gave it to my mom. I really don't. I love the way mosaic knitting looks, but I just hate doing it. So that's that. And then all my other whips I have here. So let's get into them. Actually, I want to keep Ravelry open in case I forget what the yarns are. So the first whip that that's not the first whip, it's just the first one I have here, is the Monday sweater, also by Petite Knit. And I did, let me show you. Hard to show on the camera. I'll show a picture in a second. It is a simple raglan. It's got a couple stitches in the raglan there to give it a little bit of a thicker line. It's got a rolled over collar, long cuffs, and here's a picture of me wearing it. It's not the best picture because it's dark. But it fits really nicely, and here's another picture, better picture of the color. Again, just a really simple raglan sweater. I really love the fit of it. This is the Ula and Leah yak. Oh my god, my dogs are so annoying. I'm gonna shut the door. So, if you are not aware, you might not be because it's not like the most super all over the place thing, I don't think. But Ula and Leah make they make yarn from Mongolian fibers, and it's a whole sustainable, ethical, blah, blah, blah. They work directly with Mongolian herders. They do yak, camel. They do have a wool and cashmere. And they do a Kickstarter every year to fund the whole process. You can buy the yarn off their website, but if you do the Kickstarter, you get a deal. And I did it last year. I really want to do it this year. I just don't know if it's in the cards financially, because when I do it, I don't want to just buy like 2 skeins. I want like 8 skeins. But anyway, I did that last year. This is the baby yak, 100% baby yak in green. It's coming out a little bit more of a grayish green color than it is. It is a true forest green. And when it comes, it still has a lot of the spinning oils and stuff in it. So it actually recommends that when you wash it the first time, that you do it like in super hot water, which was so weird and very daunting. I was very scared I was gonna felt this up, but I didn't. So yeah, it was a very simple sweater, but one of my plans, and I'll jump into this a little bit earlier, but I did, I went to the Salem, Massachusetts Fiber Witch Festival, and I really wanted to embroider this with something, like maybe like right here. Um, I was watching, well, I've seen a lot of embroidery on knits, but I was watching in particular an episode of Fruity Knitting, and they had someone on who has a book about embroidery. I can't remember her name, but I was really into it, and she did a lot of like moths and things like that. So at the Salem Fiber Witch, Fiber Witch, doesn't matter. There was this vendor called Muse, and she has the stick and stitch embroidery. What would you call these? They're the ones that disappear in the water. So you just stick it on, stitch right into it, and then rinse it off. And I really wanted to do like moths or something. So she had that already done. I was looking for these around, like in some of the craft stores and kind of online, and I wasn't quite finding what I wanted. And she has, it's Muse 2320fiber.com. And she has a bunch of different collections. There's ones with like mushrooms, and there's ones with, I think, moons and celestial things, but this one was all moths. And they're like, so she drew all of these, and where's the other? That's a Luna moth. I love them. So my plan is to stick a bunch of these on and embroider them. Haven't quite gotten around to it. Obviously, I will. But she also sells little packs of yarn in coordinating colors for this purpose. So this is the Sun, Moon, and Stars collection. And those are the colors. She did have a collection for moths, but there was a lot of green, and it's a green sweater. I wanted it to pop, so I thought this would be nice on the dark green. So I'm going to do that. Very excited. That was the Monday sweater by Petite Knit. Then we started getting into summer or spring knitting. So I did, oh my god, I love this. So I do try to keep my summer knits on hangers. And this is the first one I did. This is the twist loop top by Other Loops. And it's an all over rib with this twisty cable down the front. She also has this in a sweater that I bought the pattern for, and I struggled starting it with the neck. Some of the directions for the neck, sorry, my hair is like really annoying. Some of the directions for the neck on the sweater were a little confusing with the numbers to get the ribbing to line up. And so I kind of abandoned that. And then I saw the tank top and I really liked it, and I decided to give it a go. And it was very easy. So I might pick up that sweater pattern again and try it now that I've done this. I'm not sure why I was struggling with that neckline, but love this. This is also the same yarn as this, the Valley Yarns Charlemont. I was gonna wear this for the video, but My only complaint, and I think this is my own issue, I have a really hard time finding something to wear underneath this. Um, these come in very far and a little bit low. So like I got a racerback bralette to wear underneath it. It's pretty much okay, but you do see the edge of the bralette. It's black, it kind of blends in. Um, but like it's a little lacy, so I don't feel comfortable wearing that to work, and I'm going to work after this. Um, and then some of my other bras, like you just see it too much. Even my strapless bra, I can see the strap here pretty clearly, which I don't like. It's also nude, so it's like really obvious. Um, what I was thinking about doing, I have those little pedal covers. I don't like them at all. They give a weird shape to the boob. Um, and I have cakes, but those aren't sticky and this isn't tight enough to hold them in place. If you don't know, Cakes just came out with sticky ones, and I'm super excited. And they have a triangle shape one, and I might purchase those. I mean, I need them for other things, but I think those would work really well with this. So I don't know if it's supposed to be this narrow or if it was just my gauge was off. If I did it again, I think I would add another rib or two here. Also, I could block it out a little more. I don't know. But I do really like this a lot. So hopefully I can get my bra situation sorted. The lacy bralette does look good. It's just not quite work appropriate. And I do have a picture of me wearing it. I wore it. So if I do wear it to work, I wear it under a linen button down. And it looks really cute. So yeah, I really love that. And then I made the Hope Top, which is by Gudrun Fessel. And here's my Hope Top. And you can't see, it's very sparkly. This top I love. It's got this really cute cable detail at the neck and the shoulders, which just makes it a little special. And this is just a merino sock yarn from 100 Ravens. I went to the Wayland Winter Farm Festival. Do I have the bag up here? I don't. I got a couple things there, and I got this yarn. Again, 100 Ravens. They are local to me in New Hampshire. They have great colorways. This is called the words. The yarn base is called Potos, I believe, and the color is Lannister, which, you know, is supposed to be like red, but this is really a very corally pink. I know it looks a little red on the camera, but in person it is very coral. But I really, really like this. My only complaint, and I will say I think this is a complaint about the pattern itself. Can you see the bottom here? So it's like 2 rows of ribbing and then 2 rows of double knit and Italian bind off. And as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, this is not enough ribbing to lay flat. And it doesn't. It curls up a lot. So that kind of drives me crazy. I was thinking, I keep getting so close to the camera. Sorry, guys. I keep thinking that I might rip the hem out and just knit a longer rib. But it is really tiny fingering weight yarn and I really don't want to do it. So if it happens, it won't happen for a long time, but that is my complaint. And I knew when I was doing it that this was going to happen. But other than that, it's a great pattern. It fits nicely. Do I have a picture? I'm sure I do. And when I did wear it with my jeans, I did tuck that in a little bit anyway, so it was like fine. I do really like this. I will say though, and this is on me. You know, up here was interesting. You had the little cables, and then you know it's a tank top, so you're doing this shoulder, then this shoulder, and this shoulder, and this shoulder, and then connecting it all, and that was fun. And then this was just stockinette in the round with teeny tiny needles and fingering weight yarn, and this was a slog. I did not think I was ever gonna finish it. I almost abandoned it because I was like, this is taking forever. So whatever. I finished it. I do like it. I do like it a lot. Then my last finished object is a peacock tee. And the peacock tee is by Lynette, which is Lene Home Sanso. Again, if you've been around here for a while, you might remember that I knit this last year in, it was a linen silk blend yarn that I loved. I had used that yarn before to make a shawl, the Laurel shawl, which I ended up dyeing navy. And I love that shawl and I love that yarn. And I found the same yarn. It's Queensland Collection Savannah. They don't make it anymore. So when I found some of it on sale in like a raspberry color at this yarn store up here in New Hampshire, I bought it and I made the peacock tee with it. I think the yarn was damaged. Like something happened to it because when I blocked it, this musty mold smell came out of the yarn and I could not get rid of it no matter what I did. I tried 100 different methods of getting rid of the smell and it would not go away. I wouldn't even keep it near my other clothes because it smelled so bad. And eventually I just trashed it. And I was so sad because I love that yarn and it's hard to get your hands on it. So I got this yarn. This is a cotton, silk, and modal blend. Again, Valley Yarns. This is Valley Yarns Goshen in the colorway light pink. And I have a little bit of it here. So soft, really nice to work with. Does not feel like hard cotton at all. I didn't do a gauge swatch, and I should have, because I would have gone up a needle size. This is very dense. For a summer t-shirt, it's very dense. But I do like it. I think it might be more of a transition piece. I don't know what I was gonna say, but if you haven't knit the peacock tee, and it has two versions. There's this DK or worsted version. See, I think it's DK and I used worsted weight, and that's why I ended up with this dense fabric. I mean, it still has nice drape because there is silk in it, and you know, cotton. But when you wear it, it's thick. But there's also a fingering weight version if you are not into a thicker summer shirt. And I believe there's like a sweater pattern as well. But I highly recommend this, whichever version you choose, because this is so beautiful and it's super easy. This is like, I'm not a big lace knitter. I usually mess it up. This is so easy. So I highly recommend this. It's a great pattern. It flew off the needles. I do really like it a lot. And the weight of it's okay because my office is freezing in the summer. So it's fine. If I had to do it again, I would go up a needle size and make this a little less dense because it's really heavy. But it is very comfortable and very soft. So that's that. So those are all my FOs. Oh my gosh, if you're still here with me, oh my gosh, it's been half an hour. Yeah, thanks for staying. All right, so I have 3 whips to show you, and then some acquisitions / knitting plans, and then we're out of here. So number 1, I mentioned that I went to the Wayland. It's the Winter Farmers Market fiber days, and so they have like, I think it's like 3 Sundays in the winter where they do, instead of just the regular farmers market, it's a fiber thing. And if you've been around, is it in here? Oh, it is in here. A while ago, I made the Hedge Witch shawl by Wolf and Fawn Knits. I love this shawl. It's like one of my most favorite, most worn shawls. It's got this really cool texture, and then the garter border. I enjoyed knitting it, and I enjoy wearing it. And the vendor for this yarn, the skein keeps unraveling. It's Good Karma yarn. They're up in Maine, and they're up in Bridgehampton, Maine. Is it Bridgehampton or Bridgeton? Bridgeton. I knew that. I spent my summers up there as a child. This is the same yarn here. The border is not, but this is. And I have not seen them in a while. I know they come to a lot of the local festivals, but I don't always go to the local festivals. Anyway, they were at the Wayland Yarn Festival, and I saw this yarn. Did I put the colorway down? I can't find the I can't find the tag for this color. But so I went to the yarn festival. I don't even have this on Ravelry. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm gonna have to add this to Ravelry. I will look up on their website what this colorway is, but it's something oceany. I don't know why these two look so different. But this one looks so different on camera. In person, it looks the same. Good for me that I'm alternating skeins anyway. So I bought those, and then I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and then I remembered how much I love the Hedge Witch, so I decided to do that. And here's where we are. And I feel like with this color and the stitch pattern, it's like giving mermaid vibes. So I went back to the Wayland Fiber Festival, or Fiber Days, whatever, the next month. It's like 1 Sunday for 3 months, if that makes any sense. Anyway, to buy another color for the border, and I found this. So I'm very excited. I have not been working on this like regularly. It's kind of like a in the meantime one, because this shawl is very warm. This is alpaca. It's very, very warm. I'm not gonna wear it much until the fall, so I'm not like killing myself to get it done. I wanted to get all the summer shirts done. But yeah, so I got that going, and I think that this color combo is so pretty. So this, like I said, this is the Good Karma yarns in worsted, and it is 60% wool and 40% alpaca. And it smells like soap and incense, because they also make soap. This color is called Slumbers. And it's just so warm and squishy, and I love it. So that will be done for the fall. And in case I haven't shown you, this is in my super cute Golden Girls bag. This is by Wild Strands Handcrafted. They're on Etsy. I love her bags. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, that's one whip. Next whip, kind of not in timeout. Well, a little bit in timeout. I'm not sure. But I did cast on the Dagmar zipper sweater, again by Petite Knit. So if you have been under a rock somewhere, this pattern is pretty popular. Let me pull up a picture of it. So I really wanted this, so I started it. And I got a bunch of Cascade 220. This is the color, I guess it's just a number, 8012. I'm pretty sure when I bought this on yarn.com it had a colorway, like oatmeal or something. But anyway, this is the yarn I chose. I wanted something pretty neutral, and I did start it. I finished the back, not the whole back, but the increases for the shoulder. And I did figure, I was a little nervous because it's a lot of craziness going on, but it was actually pretty simple. You know, once I got a few rows in, the cable is really intuitive. I just have to look, I have to look at every line of the pattern, the chart, just to know where I'm cabling, because it's not like always every X rows because of this. So like this is every 4 rows, this is every other row, this is every 12 rows, you know. So I just have to look at the pattern a lot for that, but actually doing the stitches, it's very simple, very intuitive. And I did put in a bunch of stitch markers for each transition, so each section. Here's my issue with it. I did swatch for the seed stitch. I did not swatch for the honeycomb cable. And I feel, and my seed stitch swatch was dead on, but I feel like this is tiny. Now I feel this way a lot. I get a little bit into a pattern and I think to myself, there's no way this is gonna fit me. Again, I don't know if that's just because it's not all put together. You know, this is just one tiny piece of it. It's gonna have shoulders, it's gonna have a front, it's gonna have sleeves. This is just one tiny piece of it. And if I hold it up here, I mean, yeah, I guess that fits. It's for my back, but you know, my concern is that it's gonna be too small, or at least it's not gonna be as oversized as I want it to be. I think what I'm gonna do is block this and check the gauge on the honeycomb and then see where I'm at. If it matches the pattern, I'm gonna stick with the size that I chose. If it is too small, I'm gonna rip it out. I don't think I'm gonna go up a size. I think I'm gonna go up a needle. Actually, I don't know because I feel like it'll make this too loose if I go up a needle size. I don't know. I gotta do some blocking and some math and figure out what's going on with this, but I do really like it. I have watched several of y'all's videos on YouTube about this sweater, and some of you make it seem like it's really easy and some of you make it seem like it's really daunting. So I'm very unsure. But regardless, I will get this done for the cold weather, one way or another. I do like it, and I do love Cascade 220. That is another one of my go-tos. I used to be the biggest yarn snob ever, and like if it wasn't superwash merino or cashmere, and you know, indie hand dyed, blah, 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 then I wouldn't use it. And I'm just so over that now. Also, I bought these at the Salem Witch Fiber Festival. They say RIP in memory of when I gave a shit. All right, so that's the Dagmar sweater. Kind of on hold for a little bit because I have one more. This bag is from Antler and Acorn, also on Etsy. I don't know if they're still doing that. If she's still making bags. I bought this a long time ago, but I love this bag. Anyway, this I cast on. This was my last sweater, summer knitting sweater that I planned to make this year. I might make another one, but like as far as actual plan to make, this is the last one. This is the Florencia by Claudia Quintanilla from Uknit. And you may have seen this one on. I've seen it quite a bit on YouTube. And here's another picture. So it's just an all over lace pattern, bottom up, fingering weight. You know, I think it suggests using, oh no, this is, the yarn she used is a wool. I am using also a wool. This is Valley Yarns. Nope, I know I put it in the project notes. I did. It was a good doobie, and I did it. Florencia. Valley Yarns Huntington Splash in the colorway Caribbean Sea, and it is a merino nylon mix. Huntington is, I think their sock yarn. Splash is, it's got like some colory speckles. So this is the yarn. And I just thought this was really cute and summery. And here's where we are so far. I'm just starting the 4th row of lace. Hold on, I'm getting there. It's very drapey and stuff from the yarn and the lace. So it's hard to hold up, but you got the gist of it. And I thought this yarn was just really a cute yarn for the summer. I thought it'd be really cute to wear with like my blue linen pants. So yeah, not a whole lot to see yet, but when it's done, I will put it on Instagram and obviously on my Ravelry projects. Because knowing me, it'll be 4 more months before I make a video. Sorry. But yeah, it's really easy lace pattern. I'm really loving the way this is coming out. I think it's a size 4, US 4. Oh my god, I'm going blind. Yeah, it's a US 4 or a 3.5 millimeter needle, which I think is a pretty open gauge for a fingering weight yarn. So it's just really drapey, and I think this is going to be a super comfortable t-shirt to wear in the summer. So I'm excited to get that done, and I'm motivated to work on it. Now, I did say a couple videos ago that I was trying to be a monogamous knitter. Not working. I've cast on 3 things. I also have a needlepoint thing that I've kind of started, more like dabbled in. Okay, so a couple acquisitions. Okay, it's a lot of acquisitions, but they all have a purpose. So I mentioned the Wayland Yarn Festival. I've got a couple other things there as well. This is from Subito Farm Designs. They have some really beautiful patterns. I bought this pattern, the sunflower mittens, and the little kit that goes with it. So I just love these mittens so much. They also make these in a sweater, and they have some really, really beautiful designs. My friend Roberta bought some of their sweater patterns as well. I'd love to make those. So yeah, this is just a really simple pattern. Oh, it's like glued shut. Oh, there we go. And then they make the yarn. This is, the colors are poppy, goldenrod, lupin, hydrangea, and natural. Oh, and spruce. Made from 100% merino wool, raised and sheared in the United States, washed and spun in Virginia, hand dyed in Massachusetts. So this is their pretty little tag. And this is that. And yeah, I'm really excited to make these. These will be really cute mittens. I also bought, while we were there, this sock yarn. I have no plans for this other than I just loved it. This is JMR Studio. It is a merino, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. Fingering weight. I have no idea what the colorway is. It says POH something. 420 yards. Whatever. I saw this from across the room and made a beeline to it. I just love this so much. It does have nylon in it, so I could make socks out of it, but I'm not positive yet what this will be. It's just so pretty. It has cashmere in it. I don't even think I realized that. Maybe I did. It wasn't cheap. So anyway, I bought that. And then I already showed you I bought the yarn from the Good Karma for the Hedwig shawl. The other thing I got that I haven't showed you yet from the Salem Fiber Witch Festival. This is also from Subito Farm Designs, the ones that made the sunflower mitts. They had a lot of embroidery kits, super cute ones. And they had this kit, and it actually makes this little bee keychain. He's actually very 3D. You like do the loopy stitches and then cut them, and he's like a little 3D bee that you can put on a chain. So cute. She also had, and she didn't have any more left. I think they have the patterns available, but not the kits anymore, because I was really bummed. But she had little small embroidery kits like this that were, they said sweater weather, but each one was a different season or holiday, and they were so cute. And I want to make those too. I should mention that I don't know how to embroider. Okay, moving on. Oh my gosh, I don't have much time. If you are still here, I appreciate you. So my friend's kids, I mentioned, I think 1 or 2 videos ago, that I made my friend's daughter a hat, and I didn't realize it at the time, but it was cashmere, and I was like, hopefully she doesn't lose it. She lost it. So I'm gonna make her a new hat, and I'm gonna make her sister one. And this is the ice cream hat by Sweet Beanies Boutique. She makes the cutest hats, and all of them have a knit version or a crochet version, so you could do either. It's ice cream. Is that not the cutest thing ever? So I might have popped into Joann's before they closed and bought. Okay, so I was just going to get a blue yarn for this. I think I thought I had a pink and a brown, but then they had these ones. So it's Karen Simply Soft. I don't know what happened to the ball band for this, but they're all the same. Um, yeah, so this will be the cone of the bottom brim of the hat, and then this will be this ice cream swirl. God, this is blowing out. Yeah, so that's cute. I also got at Joann's, I mean, it was like 80% off. I got the KC, the Knit and Crochet Essential Wool, which is a superwash merino. I didn't even know they sold like real wool. Told you I was a yarn snob. But this was worsted, DK worsted. It was like $8 a ball, but 80% off. So these are 50-gram balls, 84 yards. The color is peacock feather. I know, I'm very drawn to these bluey greens. So I don't know what this is going to be yet, but I bought like 12 balls of it. I try not to buy things without a project in mind, but you know, whatever. And then I don't know if you watch New Moon Knitting. I love her podcast. She's so great. She has mentioned this Lion brand respun yarn a few times. It's a recycled polyester, and she seems to like it. And they had a couple of these left. This is the colorway Cider. So I just grabbed them. And I'll probably make a sweater out of this. Maybe a blanket. I don't know. It's polyester, which is not something I typically make sweaters for myself out of, but I like it. Maybe it'll be a blanket. I don't know. These are huge. I got 2 of them, and they're 658 yards each. 10 ounces. It's machine washable. I love that. The only thing I found is I've made a sweater, 1 or 2 sweaters for myself out of acrylic, and they're fine, but they're not warm. So, but I know like if you wear a polyester top or a dress or something, it can get very warm. I don't know. I bought it. Whatever. We'll see. And then there's the Web's anniversary tent sale, which I go there with a budget and projects in mind, and this is the yarn that gets me through the year, or at least till Rhinebeck. So I bought the yarn for the peacock tee that I showed you. I also bought the Debbie Bliss Cash Merino DK. This is color 4, just gray. And I'm gonna hold this with, I still have more of this mohair silk. So I'm gonna hold those together. They're basically the same color. And that's going to be, let me get my cue. That's going to be, surprise, surprise, another petite knit. The Lulu Slipover. I love that. That might be one of my next cast-ons, I think. I wear the heck out of that. So I bought that. Then I bought more Valley Yarns Northampton. This is their Peruvian wool, and this is the colorway Ocean Heather. I'm totally copying Nee Knits. I don't know if you watch her, but she made a Moby sweater by Petite Knit out of this. And I've had the Moby sweater on my list for a long time. It's, again, another all-over cable. She knit this in this, and it was gorgeous. So I bought this to do that, totally copying her. Then I bought, I don't know if you saw, last year I made the August sweater, which is by Johanna Garish, the August cardigan. I did mine in blue. That was one of the acrylic sweaters I made. I love the sweater, but it is one, way too big, and two, the acrylic is, it might be an acrylic wool blend. It's really soft and nice, and it hasn't pilled, and it looks great. It is not warm. So I bought the Lana Grossa Cool Merino, and it's a chainette construction. It's insanely soft. This is the colorway 002, and this is merino and 10% polyamide. I believe it's a DK, but I want to knit another August cardigan with this. I was gonna do a red, and then I did the like color analysis thing on me, and I'm a true summer, and so this berry color was more me than like a bright red, so I bought it. We'll see. And then I bought more Valley Yarns Northampton. This is light gray and dark olive heather. And I'm going to make the King Salmon sweater by Caitlin Hunter. Let's see if I know I have a picture. Not let me see. Let me get it. And it is, there it is, King Salmon. I think that's so cute. So I'm gonna make that out of these. I think the colors are pretty spot on to what she has in her sample. And then the one thing I bought that has no plan is the Lana Grossa Cara in the colorway 025. I just saw this and I had it in my budget, so I grabbed it. It is 57% baby alpaca, 33% cotton, and 10% merino. And I thought this would be a really nice summer weight something or other. So I bought a 10-pack of it. I bought the 10-pack because I didn't know what I was going to make out of it. And they're only 50-gram balls. So it's really like 5 skeins of 100-gram. I don't know. I was thinking of doing something like blouse number 1 by My Favorite Things. Something lightweight with an open gauge, but long sleeve. Because I keep making t-shirts and tank tops for the summer, but it is freaking cold in my office. So I don't know. And I like this color a lot. I think this is a nice color for me. Where is it? Oh, here. These are not the same. And this one, I like it, but I feel like it's a little not quite right for me, where this one has a little bit of a more berry color to it. I think this is more my color. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but something. If you have any ideas, I believe this is a DK, for some sort of long sleeve summer, spring, transition-y top, let me know. I keep looking and I just haven't settled on anything, which is stupid because I can always buy more of this if I really want to. But oh, it's really soft. I really like it. Who knew alpaca and cotton together? Yeah. So we've been talking for an hour now, which is not normal for me. My dogs have been barking like crazy in the background. Hopefully this microphone hasn't been driving you all crazy and I don't have to record this whole thing over again this afternoon, but I am off to work. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully it won't be another 4 months before I record, because then we end up talking for an hour, which is a lot. And I left my coffee over there. So anyway, Have a great day. Have a great summer. I know it's hard if you're in the US right now. I'm not going to get on a political soapbox, but it's really hard right now. So hang in there. Keep sending letters to your congressmen and your senators. If you follow me on Instagram, I have been posting things to my stories about how I feel about stuff. Again, I'm not getting on a soapbox, but if you feel the way I do and you want to get involved and you don't know how, check out Google 5 calls, and it will tell you who to call and what to say. Yeah. So anyway, hang in there, everyone. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.